The checkpoint hummed with the familiar drone of Valthine technology. Commander Zexthor watched the security scanner process another human through the immigration gate on Station Kepler 9. The device was foolproof. Designed by the galaxy's most advanced civilization to categorize every species, every weapon, every threat level with absolute precision, the girl stepped forward. Small frame, perhaps 20 standard years old by human reckoning. Dark hair pulled back, worn jacket, a datapad clutched in one hand. The scanner's light swept across her body in waves of blue and green. Species human Terran, armament, none detected classification, unarmed civilian threat level, minimal. Zexthor's mandibles clicked with satisfaction. Another harmless refugee from the outer colonies. The girl, her identification read Mia Chen, would be processed and sent to the civilian quarters within. The scanner flickered. Reclassifying. Zexthor's four eyes narrowed. In his 12 cycles manning this checkpoint, he had never seen that message. Threat undefined. The display cycled through readings that made no sense, heat signatures that shouldn't exist, electromagnetic patterns that defied logic. The scanner's AI seemed to be struggling. "Stop," Zexthor commanded, his plasma rifle rising instinctively. "Do not move, human." Mia froze, hands visible, eyes wide. "Is there a problem?" "Scanning error," another guard muttered. A young Valthine named Kier. "Must be a malfunction." "Run it again," Zexthor ordered. The scanner reset. Blue light washed over Mia once more. For a moment the readings held steady. Unarmed civilian, minimal threat. Then the flicker returned, more violent this time. Warning. Biological weapon detected. Correction. No weapon present. Warning. Subject capable of. Error. Capabilities exceed classification parameters. "What are you?" Zexthor demanded. Weapon trained on the small human who looked utterly harmless and completely terrified. "I'm just a student," Mia's voice cracked. "I'm here to meet my brother. His name is Leo Chen. He's with the Human Diplomatic Corps." "Please, you can check." "Silence!" Zexthor's combat instincts screamed at him. The scanner never lied. If it couldn't classify a threat, that meant the threat was beyond its programming. "On your knees. Hands behind your head." Mia complied immediately, trembling. Other travelers in the checkpoint began backing away, sensing the tension. Leo Chen burst through the diplomatic entrance, his credentials flashing. "Wait, that's my sister!" "What's happening?" "Your sibling has triggered our security protocols," Zexthor said, rifle still aimed. "The scanner cannot determine if she is armed or unarmed, threat or civilian." "Explain this." Leo's face went pale, then resolved into grim understanding. He stepped between the rifle and his sister. "Commander, I need you to lower your weapon and listen very carefully. Mia isn't carrying a weapon. She is the weapon, or rather she could be. So could I. So could every human in this station." Zexthor's translator struggled with the words. "Explain." "Your scanner is trying to classify human biology," Leo said slowly. "It's detecting what we are, not what we're carrying. Commander, humans evolved on a death world. We carry within us immune systems that treat diseases like enemy combatants. We have bacteria in our guts that would be deadly to most species here. Our emotional responses can trigger adrenaline dumps that turn us into temporary berserkers. We heal from wounds that would kill most species. We can survive temperature ranges, pressure changes, and toxin levels that your scanner probably thinks are weapons." Zexthor's grip on his rifle tightened. "You are saying all humans are biological threats?" "No," Leo said firmly. "We're saying we're survivors. Your scanner is sophisticated enough to detect that every human walks around with the biological equivalent of a warship's arsenal. But we're not weapons unless we choose to be. Mia is a xenobiology student. She studies alien life. She couldn't hurt anyone if she tried." The scanner continued its futile attempt to classify Mia, cycling through threat assessments like a broken record. Kier spoke up hesitantly. "Commander, I've heard stories about the human colony on Xerxes 7. When the Krill attacked, the colonists had no weapons, but they survived anyway. They used chemicals from their own agricultural supplies, turned their own biology into weapons," Zexthor finished. He had heard those stories too. Humans who weaponize their own gut bacteria, who use their blood's iron content to create improvised explosives, who turned their very breath into poison for the enemy. He looked at Mia, still kneeling, still trembling. She looked so fragile, so harmless. That was perhaps the most dangerous thing about humans. Slowly, Zexthor lowered his rifle. Your scanner classification stands as undefined, he said. But you may pass. However, understand this, Liu Chen. We are watching your species. The galaxy has never encountered a race where civilians and soldiers are separated only by intent, not capability. Leo helped Mia to her feet. We understand, Commander. And for what it's worth, we're watching too, making sure we never become the monsters our biology could turn us into. As the Chen siblings walked away, Zexthor turned to Kerr. Note in the logs. All human scans will return threat undefined going forward. It is not an error. It is simply accurate. Kerr's mandibles quivered. Should we fear them, Commander? Zexthor watched Mia hug her brother, watched them laugh about something, watched them blend into the crowd of the station like any other visitors. No, he said finally. We should respect them. There is a difference. The scanner continued to hum, processing the next arrival. But Zexthor found himself thinking about the humans walking freely through his station. Every one of them a potential threat that chose, every moment of every day not to be. Perhaps that was what made humanity truly terrifying. Not what they could do, but what they chose not to.